Hey guys, in this video I'm going to do a Python programming challenge, and this one is called odd or even. So this is going to be a Python program that prints out a different message each time depending on whether the number a person's inputted is odd or even. So if it's odd, print out this number is odd. If it's even, print out this number is even, for example. So that's the basics of what we're going through today. So one of the hints is, how does an even or odd number react differently when divided by 2? So if you've done Python before, this should be ringing quite a few bells on something you might have learned before, something you've just come across before. If not, it's still fine because I'm going to explain everything when I'm actually typing the code. So pay attention to these kind of things. You can go on the website, read the hints, and try and infer a little bit of what it wants you to do in the program. So yeah, let's get right into the video. So as you can see already, I'm on the Practice Python website, and here's the challenge. So it says odd or even. Like before, I've already said this challenge, so we're gonna start getting into it. So I'm gonna go to PyCharm, and then I'm gonna click new Python file, and then I'll say odd or even. Okay, so let me just read the challenge. Ask the user for a number. It's simple enough to start there. So I'm gonna say number equals input. Please enter a number. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2. Depending on whether the number is even or odd, print out an appropriate message for the user. Hint: how does an even or odd number react differently when divided by 2? So when a number is divided by 2, it either has a remainder or it doesn't. So let's say 3, for example. 3 divided by 2 is 1 with a remainder of 1. And we take 4 divided by 2 is 2. So here's a very important clue with the program. So we're gonna need to use something called modulo. So modulo leaves the remainder of a number. And this is very easy to use in this instance because it'll either have a remainder of 1 or 0. So depending on whether the number is even or odd, print out a message to the user. So we'll go back to PyCharm, and we'll define a variable called mod. Mod equals number modulo 2. So that means the number, let's say someone enters 5 and they modulo 2, that means there's going to be a remainder of 1. If someone uses 4, there's going to be a remainder of 0. So here we just need to say if mod equals 0. There's another way you could write this, but it's fine for this. If mod equals 0, which means there's no remainder, print the number is even. And then we're gonna have an else. So if this happens, or else print the number is odd. Okay, I don't need the colon. So here in the first line, I'm just going to go over it again. Let me just neaten this up slightly. Okay, so we've got the input asking the user for a number. Modulo is number divided by 2. If the mod is 0, which means that there's no remainder, they're going to say the number is even because it would have to be, or else the number is odd. Before we run the program, I think I need to do int number because this isn't explicitly an integer and we didn't say int input. So I think I've just avoided a narrow mistake there. So let me say 5. Okay, good. So please enter a number, 5, and the number is odd. I'm gonna run it again, and then I'm gonna say 10 this time. Please enter a number, 10. The number is even. So that's it. That's just it. It's not a very hard program at all. It just gets you familiarized with the concept. If you haven't done an if statement, here it is. If you haven't used modulo, there it is. If you haven't used input, there it is. If you haven't used variables, there it is. So we've got 4 different programming tools in there, even if you include the print statement too. So we've got 5 and 8 lines. So if you like the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Check out Instagram and Twitter down below so you can get some regular updates and tips on those social media. And yeah, if you like the video, leave a like and subscribe.